morning. How you doing? Happy Monday. It is 1100 WSGI that you tuned into. This is One Street Over. I'm U-Turn LaVern. Oh, Monday. I'm ready for it. We're just knocking on the door of May. I'm so excited. I'm so ready for warm weather and for it to stay warm and for all the things that it brings. Trent Cobb's in the house. Yay! We're talking fairgrounds today. What is going on, brother?
There's a lot going on.
You've been on my list, on my hot list to call for a long time because you just, even though you're not the president of the Fair Board right now, you're still their spokesperson.
Well, yeah, kind of. Some of them would, they cringe when you say that I'm the spokesperson for anything. So,
I love it.
Because there's no filter. Whatever's in there just comes right out. So
it's hysterical. That's so funny. But, so we're just going to jump right into it, guys. Welcome to it again. Welcome to Monday. Beautiful weather out there. I think we've got some rain in the forecast this week. But the big news is that we have got so much going on around the county. At the fairgrounds, Farmers Market, we've already had 2 weeks. That started, and you guys took over Farmers Market.
Yes. We took over Farmers Market we have, I think 2 or 3 vendors that sell every week at the Farmers Market that are Fair Board members anyway.
Gotcha.
So we have they're always there anyway.
President, right?
Yeah.
She's still racing.
No, Miranda's not. No, she rolled off. We're down to lowly Chad again.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Chad Gregory's the president, and he does a tremendous job.
What we have going on at Veterans Motorplex, you need to put it on your calendar. It's racing season officially March to October.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Sometimes they extend over into November.
And he's good at public
speaking. Right now they're making some track improvements. So Jerry wanted to go ahead and get back on the air with us and say,
all that kind of good stuff.
We're thinking the
well, let's
first
talk.
official race.
Where do you want to start? Do you want to start about? I mean, because we know that the farmers market's going to be happening every weekend. Now, there's going to be things that are going to go alongside that. I'm on the recovery court board. We're going to have the Recovery Fest on August 24th, but the farmers market will happen that morning.
You can bring your family out
and
every
then we'll
Saturday
just kind of, because in that same space,
we're
going to be having the Recovery Fest. So there's just, just because,
follow them at
right. I mean, just because, and like I said, we have, the farmers market is typically underneath the cattle barn, so that leaves the stage open for other things to happen and stuff like that too. So we had this past weekend, and if you've never been to one, I suggest you go just because a Pyrex swap meet.
And just that thing. She specializes in a lot of things.
People come from all over.
Awesome at, and I am so excited
just to trade Pyrex dishes.
Brighten things up.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not. I mean, it's when
Chad get out enough, man.
Yeah, and I think this is like the third one they've had down there. And when Chad first said it, because he's in charge of the booth rental and all the fairgrounds rental. And when he said there was a group that was wanting to have a Pyrex swap meet, we thought, what is it going to be? 5, 6 little old ladies down there walking around? No, we're talking hundreds of people.
Social media, different things. I love this one. She says, don't blow your whole budget on one item. Check out a new-to-you option and make your dollar holler.
Okay. She's going to here lately on Mondays because I'm coming in from Kentucky because we're trying to get the farmhouse cleaned out.
All types of spaces.
Mom had some
Pyrex.
I don't know what to do with.
Yeah, hey, Pyrex.
There you go.
I mean, and if you look at, there's certain ones that you look for that are collectibles, and
we might have some valuable.
Go through. Just you need to go back up there this afternoon, because once your family finds out, hey, wait a minute,
Oh no, we don't. We're good. We don't fuss.
Y'all like our family.
We don't fuss over nothing. And I'm so thankful. Praise the Lord for that, because I know too many families that do. Cut it out, man.
But anyway, we just finished up with the Pyrex. We'll start in April. And I just bring that up because that happened this past weekend. And then the next thing we have going on alongside the farmers market is the Kiwanis Pancake Breakfast has actually moved to the fairgrounds this year.
When is that happening?
That is Saturday, May the 4th. This next Saturday.
This coming Saturday, right? Ace was in here. And she's with the Kiwanis, and so she mentioned that. I'm glad you threw that up there. I need can make myself some notes to make sure we keep talking about that all week. So, okay, so we got the Kiwanis Pancake, and then we'll have the farmers market going on this weekend. You can send me a list, or is it all on the fairgrounds?
It's all on. You can go on the Fair Association website and click on booth rental and calendar, and it'll pull the whole entire calendar up of everything that's going on.
Right now is the time that I've got to do that because it's just something every weekend.
Yes,
I missed the Pyrex thing, man. If I'd been watching the calendar,
you could have loaded up all the Pyrex from northern Kentucky and brought it down here.
If you're buying or selling, if you're looking in Robertson County, they specialize in Robertson County properties.
Do you have anything for doll
they're cross-Planians and have been for 28 plus years, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky.
Now, we've given two. I've actually got one in the car. We had two antiques we've given to the museum for displays. I've got one of them still, Danny, actually in the car. But I've got things like
Prime Realty, Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty. Or if you like, you can just give her a call. 615-504-7425,
Those two are, I'm sure, collectibles. What do with them? And dolls kind of creep me out. I don't want them.
Yeah, I mean, you walk right there. They're always staring at you when you walk into the house.
Yeah. So anyway, if you hear anything, let me know.
Ever since the Chucky movies came out, that's when everybody started. No, let's get rid of the dolls.
Here's somebody wanting to do a doll show.
Okay. Well, I know. And Hunter would kill me if I said anything about, because I don't know if we are going to have the trading days. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But the last one that we had, there were several vendors inside the Red Building that did have doll displays set up. So it's out there. It's out there. So
maybe we can do something with those things then.
So
very cool. Go in. I'm sorry, I interrupted. Trent Cobb's here. He is with the fair. Now he is also
what you're interested in doing and what your time frame might be on when you would
well, our business as well. My actual paying job now is I'm the Robertson County Codes Inspector. And we still own, me and my wife Diana still own Cobb Hill Homes, which is real estate and custom house building or home building. She gets mad when I say house building. It's you're building homes for people, not houses. So I'm trying to wean down of the custom home building and just, I've had, as many as 7 going at one time before, and it's just, that's too many. I've only got 3 going right now. 2 of them are about to wrap up, and another one is in the framing, mechanical, and plumbing stage. So, but that's what we do. Like I say, we're still there in real estate.
Yeah. I had some background noise on. Thank you, Paul Rainey, for keeping me up to date. I have all these people that come on. I have this something about this control board. You can turn it down, but you'll still have something in the background. So, and then Paul, he keeps me.
Everybody tells you, hey, yeah. So.
Pay attention, LaVern. Anyway, they know how scattered I am.
I watch a lot. I used to put in my hey y'all in there a lot of times, but now I'm in with the inspections and stuff. I'm already basically out driving and looking and.
So you're not the only inspector, though. How many do we have?
We have 2 in Robertson County. Now, in Springfield, there's 4, and then Adams Cedar Hill has their own inspector. Coopertown has their own inspector. Cross Plains has their own inspector. Greenbrier and Ridgetop. So, anything that's not inside of city limits, me and my other inspector, Susan Spicer, we catch. So, I mean, it won't be anything to put 150, 160 miles on the truck in a day's time and never leave the county. So
that's amazing. That's amazing. And he's really good for when you're looking for people that do things locally. I messaged you yesterday about a plumber.
Yeah.
But, and then for a friend that just reached out to me and said, do you know any local plumbers? I'm like, we kind of do our own thing.
Yeah.
We'll repair our own plumbing.
Yeah.
As if we can. Now, there's sometimes you can't, but.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't want to.
True. So we're pretty much do-it-yourselfers, but sometimes you just got to have the expert. So.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you reaching out to me and letting me know. But so Cobb Hill Homes, they've got, you can get in line maybe and get them to build you a custom home and with real estate as well. And my friend Penny works with y'all.
She does.
Yeah. So Penny Callis over at the gallery. Mm-hmm. And so just a lot. You got a lot going on, brother.
It's a lot. We just wrapped up my my granddaughter's first birthday. Oh. I have two. One at 6, and one that just turned 1, Hallie. And all this last week was birthday mode.
Of course.
So I was building barn fronts, arches, signs, sawhorses to put saddles on because it was her first rodeo. So,
I love that.
Yeah. So
I love that. How cute.
And my daughter, Kristen, she laughs because, used to when she would come up with these big ideas, I would think, no. And now it's just like, okay, I don't argue. I just go ahead. She sends me pictures. This is what we want to build. And she's not the type to tell you this is what I want to build. Uh-huh. She'll get in there with me and help me build it. So she was actually trimming a house when she was 8 months pregnant with my 6-year-old. So she can do it all.
I love it. So now I'm trying to I want to find these pictures. Are there pictures up on?
Yeah, but it would actually, I don't know. There's not any on my page. They're all, I was tagged in a lot of them. Yeah, I was tagged in a lot of them.
Oh, my stars. What a doll.
Yep, that's her. That's Hallie right there.
I'm looking. Yeah. I got to see this rodeo thing, though. I got to see this setup.
I know. It's.
All right. Y'all gonna have to get some pictures up here, guys. That's hysterical. What is your daughter's name?
Hallie.
Hallie, is she on social media?
No. Okay. I'm sorry. My granddaughter, Kristen Jacobson is her name.
Okay.
So.
I got to see if we've got that. That's just too much now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, y'all. I'm all over the place. It's Monday. It's just that's just how we do things.
Yeah.
If you haven't listened to me and you know I'm scattered, but I got to see if these pictures are up here. No, that's not y'all. We'll find you. We're talking to Trent Cobb with Cobb Hill Homes, and all the things, and the fairgrounds, and inspector, and all the things.
Yes, all the things. All the things. So that's why we have to have the entire hour. Correct.
Exactly. You got the whole hour, brother. Yeah. So let's continue on. So how far did we get?
Well, we're just to May the 4th. So
all right, let's go.
The following weekend during the farmers market, my father's house is having a car show.
Okay.
And it's shaping up to be a pretty good sized car show.
Fun.
They've done an excellent job. My father's house has of getting the word out, that they're going to be having a car show down there to sponsor and help raise money for the local homeless shelter. It used to just be a cold weather shelter, but now they've moved in there to their new location, which is right behind Southside Drugs.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Where they can serve people, basically year round.
Well, and they have been the recipient of your big wing.
Yes, we do that when we have our wing contest on Friday night, which is coming up in June. They'll be down there with that. So, I mean, it's just a great organization for a needed, you don't want to say, it's, you don't want to see anybody homeless.
Right.
But there is just so many. And that's a big thing in our office right now too, because not only are we codes inspectors, but we're also health and safety inspectors. Right. So
what has happened then with, can you talk about My Father's House then? Because I know there was some codes issues and
there was some codes issues.
Did they get all that worked out?
They're getting all that worked out where the fire marshal has signed off on it.
Okay.
Whenever they got this building and the city was gracious enough to let them operate, during the cold weather months and stuff like that, but they told them, hey, you're going to have to get code compliant with your sprinkler systems and your egress and all that, because once you turn a building into a place where people are going to be sleeping, then that changes your codes completely.
Yeah.
You got to have egress in and out. You have to have your fire protection in place and stuff like that. So, but they've gotten all that worked out to where it'll all be taken care of like it's supposed to be.
Good deal. And that's May 11th.
Yes, May 11th.
Okay, so I'm going to try to keep us on track here because that's been my fault. I'm scattered today.
That is quite okay. And then actually the following weekend we are actually only thing going on down there is the farmers market.
Okay.
But then the weekend after that is the Live the Greenway 5K, and that is Chad and I call her Liz, but Elizabeth Gregory's foundation that's in honor of her sister, and they have the foundation that supports, special needs kids and all the she goes into all the schools too.
Right.
And don't they provide essentials that
the kids need.
And
that's the 25th.
That is the 25th.
May 25th. Okay.
Yes, that is the 25th, and that'll wrap up.
That's all of May.
That'll wrap up May. And June.
So we're getting close to. We've got the fishing rodeo coming up on, and that's around the corner from y'all. But is that the same weekend this year as your barbecue? Let me look here. Let me see when I've got the fishing rodeo. Hang on. I saved it somewhere. Hang on just a second. I'll tell you when it is. But it is in early June as well.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's going to end up being, because I know it was real convenient. We went to both last year with my grandson. And let's see here. I know that fishing rodeo is somewhere here. I saved it, but the fishing rodeo, that's a free day for kids to come out and fish up at Travis Price, and they have so many wonderful things for the kiddos to do out there. It is just, they have all kinds of prizes and just wonderful, wonderful things for the kiddos. I've got it somewhere. My goodness. I know when I took it. Whenever we were going into the recovery court graduation, I saw the sign on the door out there. There it is. Fishing rodeo is June 8th.
And we are 8th. The 7th and the 8th.
Okay. Same
the barbecue
thing then.
Cook-off, same weekend. But luckily, they're really close to each other.
Yeah.
Out at Travis Price Park. And then you
that's what I'm saying. It's perfect.
Come on back.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the Friday night, June the 7th, we'll be having the wing contest.
Okay.
As normal. Now, we have kind of revamped the wing contest.
Okay.
Because it has gotten so big that we actually have two different categories this year. There is the local competitors that anybody from around here that wants to enter the wing contest can, but we're going to keep it separate from the actual competitors that are on the grounds.
Oh, okay.
So they'll be judged
differently than the local. So we're going to have the local contest, and then we're going to have a more professional barbecue.
And let me just tell you, when we say professionals, they are.
Oh yeah,
they're professionals.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
So
we came out and ate. Oh my grandson just had it all over him. It was just hysterical. He ate. I don't know how many he ate last time.
I mean, and you show up down there and it's free to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Just ask for donations, and all the donations go to my father's house.
Yep.
There'll be as many as 30 pounds of wings down there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you walk through and just tried one of every single one, you've eaten 30 wings.
And I mean, it's fabulous and good stuff too. Yeah. I mean, really, my husband ate like a big guy.
And I'm pretty sure that Hunter has got the local square dance teams that was down there performing last year.
Fun.
Yeah, and they are, on the national level, as far as competition and stuff.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Robertson County just has it all.
We just got everything going on. Now I'll tell you, we kind of jumped over. Do we have something? That's the second week in June.
Yes.
Do we have something on the 1st?
We did not have anything on June the 1st.
Okay.
Do not have anything on June the 1st.
So if anybody needs the fair, it's good. You got the farmers market.
You got the farmers market.
But if anybody needs the space on June 1st, hey, it's available.
Yes, and like I say, it's starting to. We're starting to get it rented out almost every weekend.
Yeah.
For different events and stuff like that.
I know when we were trying to get it for Recovery Fest, I think our first pick was taken.
Yeah.
That we were wanting. And so anyway, but go ahead.
And then after the barbecue cook-off, then actually we're open the following weekend, but then we have on the 21st, and Chad will have to help me out on this one, the Summer Fun Stop is on Friday. And then on the 22nd, which is Saturday morning, is obviously the farmer's market,
right.
but Jeeping and jamming.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
With the Jeeps everywhere.
Okay.
So That is
okay. And what day is that?
That is actually my birthday, June the 22nd.
Okay, so we don't have anything on the 15th.
Do not have anything on the 15th. Okay,
so 15th is open.
If you need to rent it for a doll,
no,
you can do that.
I just need to find somebody to purchase these dolls and get them out of my possession.
You don't want to set up.
I love that my mother loved dolls, but I did not.
Yeah.
Nobody in my family wants these dolls. But anyway.
And that'll wrap up June for us because the next thing we have is on July the 3rd. It says on here is Freedom Fest.
Oh, yeah.
And they do it the day before the 4th of July just because everybody's always working down there. I mean, and so if you did it on the 4th of July, the Fair Board members, the city, all the volunteers, they can't spend any time with their family on the 4th.
Right.
So it'll be July the 3rd. And I've just seen... I just seen the flyer come out for that this past week of who all the entertainment is going to be, but you'd have to look at the city's website too.
I'll take a look at that while you continue to go through all the other stuff there. So I'm keeping a running count. We're going to recap. I know everybody's like, oh, I'm so confused. Where are they going? Yeah. We're going to recap it. We're just kind of unpacking it right now. So we got a whole hour. So keep going.
And for the entire week of the 7th of July through the 19th of July, it's got it all blocked out that the red building is unavailable. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
That's Chad. He didn't put anything in there for that.
Okay.
But then we have the rodeo is July the 26th and 27th of July.
Okay, July the 26th and 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we've got that, and I'm hoping this is not going to take forever. For some reason, my tablet is loading very, very slowly in here.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's pause and take a break here. Let's go ahead.
We're talking. It's time.
Yeah, it is time. It's time. We've been chit chatting, and just if you have any questions, guys, about the fairgrounds, you can find them. Where can they find you? What are what's the website and the fairgrounds?
It is the Robertson County Fair Association. Mm-hmm. If you Google that, it'll pop up our website, and then it's got the menu there, and you can scroll down, and it tells you fair dates, like I say, list of calendar and facility booth rentals and everything that we've got going on down there.
Awesome. So. Very good. We're going to pause and we're going to talk a little bit about Cumberland Connect. If you are a Cumberland Electric customer, you're going to have the opportunity to connect with Cumberland Connect. And if you have not had great internet service, if you're one of those folks that lives out in the country like me, and you've had to deal with terrible connectivity, well, guess what? No longer. If you're a Cumberland Electric customer, it will be coming to your doorway. And probably if you're in Robertson County, they've just about got everybody accessible now. They're working up in the Sumner County area. They've got counties outside of Robertson that have Cumberland Electric, something I had completely forgotten about. But it's not just us here in Robertson County that's getting this great service. But you can get a gig, guys, for $80. Man, that is crazy. It is awesome. And you are going to see things fly. If you've been dealing with really slow download, uploads, can't stream, well, you can when Cumberland Connect comes knocking, and you can get extenders for your outbuildings, all kinds of things. So affordable, great customer service. If you have any questions at all, I needed to just update the other day. And I called them, and they did it while we were on the phone, and I was zooming at uploads in the 800s. It was crazy. But it is a great deal, great opportunity. And if $80 sounds like a lot, I was paying $65 for terrible internet. And I was able to get a gig and then shut down everything else. So it was a big money saver for me because I shut down my dish. I disconnected all of it. But so all I have is Cumberland Connect now. But if that sounds like a lot and you're somebody that's struggling, well, they've got an affordable connectivity program because we all need the internet. I mean, we all need to be able to get online. That is how we communicate now. It is a utility. It has replaced our phone lines. So if that's you, you can apply for the Affordable Connectivity Program. And if you qualify, you could get up to $30 per month to help pay for broadband services. They have packages starting at just $30 per month. It's a great deal. Connect with them at cumberlandconnect.org, cumberlandconnect.org. Put in your address and you'll find out when they're going to come knocking on your door, and they're probably already there. Or you can call them at 800-987-2362, 800-987-2362. And always, please let them know that U-Turn sent you. Trent Cobb's in the house, and he is all things Fair Board. He is all things codes in Robertson County. He's all things Cobb Hill Homes. All the things.
All the things.
He's a busy dude.
Yeah.
Busy guy. So let's continue on. I have some random questions, but I'm going to keep them to myself so we don't get distracted again. I'm going to just go.
And then
on the calendar.
Okay, the big thing in August, and we're not excited about it, but our fair is moving to August the 6th through the 10th this year. It was almost, it was the last of September last year, and the cooler weather, everybody loved it.
Yeah.
You had more tobacco products and stuff, more tobacco was able to be entered into for the judging contest because it was later in the year, but we didn't have as much produce because produce is tailing off.
It was already, yeah.
Yeah, so, but the reason why we moved is not because we wanted to, except for the fact that to keep Kissel Entertainment and Midway's as our Midway and Carnival provider, we had to follow their dates. They do the Kentucky State Fair. They do the Upper Cumberland region up in East Tennessee. It's a big fair. They're one of the premier carnival outfits in the nation.
Right.
And to keep them, and everybody loves Kissel. We love Kissel. They're a great family-oriented bunch. They bend over backwards to make sure that everybody has a good time. Their rides are safe. Their employees are extremely friendly and helpful. So to keep them, they came to us and said, hey, this is what you're going to have to do, or we can help you find somebody else. And we said, no, we don't want anybody else.
Right.
And this is a year-to-year deal, so hopefully, we can maybe start moving back closer down, the end of August, 1st of September, somewhere in there, at least. So. Okay.
Well, because I loved that date last year. I was like, it's so much
it was
nicer.
cool.
Yeah, it's great. But I get it. It's just if you want to keep if
you want to keep the best,
what do you do? So okay. Well, I'm glad, because a lot of people are going, why did they move it back?
Yeah.
Because the perception is people who don't sit in your seat and have to go in with the fair board and do all these things. We're like, well, we just wanted this. You can't just have it when you've got to work with all the things and make sure it all lines up.
And like I say, with the carnival industry, it's a lot of the smaller mom and pops are, they're getting older, and it's a business just like anything else. And if they don't have family members coming along behind that want to continue the business, then what do you do? So luckily with Kissel, there's Russ and them, they have, several daughters and their son-in-laws that are keeping it going.
What a fun family business.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. And that's it. It's, they're gone, 7 months out of the year, 7-8 months out of the year on the road. And then, then they're back at their home base. And when they're at home, they're not taking a break and resting. They're,
working on
equipment,
getting everything working, keeping it up to date. That's why they're number one. Yes. So tell me, since it's how long does farmers market go? Will we have farmers market that weekend?
No, the farmers market will not be happening that week right there. And I feel like it goes to the end of August. Market. Yeah,
I think it goes till the end of August. If somebody knows, throw that up in comments. But Tommy Marsh is on here. Hey, Crooked Eye. And he
let me just tell you, he handles our music.
Brother.
He is a entertainment extraordinaire.
He's amazing.
and he really is. And to hear him sing, and one of my favorite things that he's done, and I tell this to him every time, is he has like the songwriter stage that sets up underneath the eating pavilion right next to our concession stand. And they're just sitting there playing music, one or two people, and while you're eating, you're listening to music, and that has been my favorite right there.
It has been so nice. And I was talking to them we were trying to get music together for the Recovery Fest, right? And I told them, I said, we need to call Crooked Eye. And they're like, who's Crooked Eye? I'm like, man, how can anybody in Roberts County not know who this man is? Because he plays everywhere.
He plays everywhere.
And he is, I know we're embarrassing you, Tommy, but he's just so good. Yes. I saw him, the first time I saw him, we were at the fairgrounds for the fair. Mm-hmm. And we were just sitting in, because I hang out and I love the music. I want to see the music. And guys, if you're not watching the music that comes to the fair, you just missing it. And so I was kind of hanging out, just watching him on stage. And he took the stage. I'm like, who is this?
Yeah.
And he had just gotten to town and came to you guys and
said, hey,
He's like, let me take care of it.
And he took care of it in a major way.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we've got some amazing talent in this county. And if you've not heard Crooked Eye, you need to go out and hear Crooked Eye Tommy. And anyway, he's going, we're embarrassing him.
Yeah, well, and we are, now that you've said that's brought me to another thing. We're changing around a few of our arena events. We're not having the monster trucks this year. Okay. We're having a motocross.
Oh, fun.
event. Yeah, so we have signed a deal with a motocross company up in, in your neck, they're up in... northern middle Kentucky.
Around Bowling Green?
A little bit above Bowling Green. Further north than that. I cannot remember the name of the motocross company, but they come down and
cool.
And so we'll have motocross on Friday night. Obviously, the demo derby will be happening on Saturday night. Mm-hmm. Wednesday night will be the flat track go-kart races. And Tuesday night, we're kind of still up in the air. We've kicked a few things around, and actually Tommy has got us to a website of drone races. And you'd be surprised, so.
That's fun.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. That's something I'm real interested in because as we're trying to because I teach audio video. Yeah. And so we're trying to come up with some kind of cool certification we can get for our kids. And it needs, I want it to be drones, but I got to get certified and all that because drones are such a part of audio and video now.
Yes.
Such a part. And so I think that's cool.
And when he first said that, I thought, they just going to be, racing around. But no, they have big hoops set up to where they have to go through, fly them through the hoops and come back around. It's like, yes. And
interesting. My kid, because I've got a kid that builds drones, but, big, like defense kind of stuff down in Alabama. But I've seen him fly through things and, I mean, just
now
crazy.
That is not set in stone. That's just one of the ideas that he brought to us, and then
interesting right
there. So
Barry Richards. We need to talk about Barry too because he's one of our sponsors, but he is really talented with a drone. I've seen him fly them through houses. It's kind of fun.
There's no way I could. I mean, my coordination on that would not.
Yeah, he has an indoor drone and he'll go flying through and stuff. Yeah, it's really fun. But that'd be fun. We'll have to get him out there to compete.
Breaking mirrors, knocking over lamps. You name it, it would happen. So
I tell you, let's pause here. Let's go ahead and talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty. I keep messing that name up. They changed their name a few months ago. They're still part of the Exit Tree, but they got a new branch because he has a brokerage office here on the downtown square in Springfield, and then she has her agency office in Whitehouse, and they joined the two together to bring us Exit Prime Realty. Been talking about the drone footage. Barry's a marketer. He came out of a marketing background. He was a vice president of a media marketing company for 17 years up in Nashville. So he brings that marketing expertise to the table, and he can do the drone footage. He can do the photography and the videography and all the things. And Rebecca, one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist. And they also are so involved in our community. They are cross-Polanians. They've been there for nearly 30 years, and they are some of the founding sponsors of the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival. We talk about that when we talk about them right now because that's coming up the 17th and 18th up in Cross Plains. You will see them there. They will have just all kinds of wonderful music. That's on Friday and Saturday. We'll be talking more and more about that, but great acts. If you want to sit down and sit across the table from them and talk, you can do that at the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival, but you do not have to wait to do that. You can contact them. Just go sellwithbecky.com, or BUYRobertsonCounty.com. They specialize in Robertson County properties, but also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. They're from Kentucky, as a matter of fact. Or you can give Rebecca a call, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. 7425. Always let them know U-Turn sent you. And as we continue on talking all things fair, so Tommy is doing the music again this year.
Tommy's doing the music. Okay. He is also a fair board member.
Right.
So
he passed the
passed the test.
Last year he was like, well, I'm kind of on trial.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, in my what's the word? The
probationary
period. Yes.
Yes. And he has jumped in with both feet.
Yeah.
And has really been a nice asset to the fair association and to the fair board, which I've got to, every time that I come in here, I have to stress this fact that we are a 100% totally volunteer board.
Yeah.
We don't get paid, and actually we end up spending money out of our own pocket a lot of times for things down at the fairgrounds. So when people say, oh, y'all are run by the county, the county does this or the city does this, no, we are a 100%. We receive no outside funds from any local governments or anything like that. Now, we have in the past received outside funds, from the Economic Development Board, and the city was gracious enough, they did, and the county, when we upgraded all of our bleachers and everything, because that was a $300,000 to $400,000 expense right there. So,
well, in the city, they you figure Freedom Fest.
Yeah.
All of those things. Everybody in the community uses fairgrounds. It's such a wonderful.
That's exactly right.
Such a wonderful venue.
Which brings us to August the 24th.
Okay, that's us.
Recovery Fest, and you can speak more on that one than I can. So.
Well, and I'll tell you, it is. It's not going to be an all-day thing. I think we're starting at 11. I think we're going to 11 to 2. Do they have the hours in there?
They do not have the time on here, just what's going on.
But it is midday, and it'll be for a few hours. And the way we have got intense inpatient therapy now that's available here. We've got the recovery court that goes on where we have people graduating. We have gotten so intentional. I mean, we've had a lot of really great things going on with recovery, but it's gotten to be such a problem. All you got to do is be in the schools working with these kiddos and seeing how many families are just torn apart by addiction. And this is an opportunity to bring people together and say, if you've got somebody going through it, let's show you what's available. Let's look at the things. Let's hear some testimonies from people who have gone through recovery and have recovered. We're going to have some great music. We're going to have vendors. It is going to be just a great time just to come and love on some folks that have been through recovery or people that are needing to know more about what's available in recovery. So very good. And I got to also too tag on. That's also the weekend of the Fire Cured Festival for the city. And so they're going to be around the corner there at Travis Price. So it's going to be another one of those things where like the fishing rodeo and the barbecue, there's just going to be so much going on over in that spot.
You can come to town.
Yes.
And if you want to
be a part of all of it.
And if you want to, you can walk from the Greenway. We have gates down there at the bridge where they put the new mural.
I want to see that. What is that?
It's really nice. It's really nice.
See that.
But you can walk from there and walk right down the Greenway back to Travis Price Park if you want to, get some exercise and go between both. Or like I say, it takes you 3 minutes, not even 3 minutes, to drive from the fairgrounds to the park.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. But that walk is a nice walk. And I mean, and there's a lot of shaded area. So even though it's in August, it won't be as hot as you think.
Springfield has done a tremendous job with their parks and recreation. I mean, we have some of the nicest parks around.
Now we're embarrassing Terry. He's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah. Well, he does a great job. He does a great job, yes.
He'll tell you. He'll be like, man, it ain't me. It's all these people. So, but we have great people here in Robertson County and Springfield. We appreciate y'all. So. All right. So we're here. We've got August 24th Recovery Fest. And I guess Farmers Market will be going on that morning.
Farmers Market should be going on that morning.
How long does Farmers Market last? Do you have the end time? I
do not have the end time on what it is.
I feel like it's going through September.
And it could very well be. I mean,
I'll see if I can't find something here.
Yeah.
But, go for it. Keep going.
And then the next thing we have is September the 21st. I see on here we have a Blues Fest.
I was just about to ask you if that's on the calendar.
It is on the calendar, and that is our very own Tommy Marsh again right there doing that. So
it's on the 21st of September, Blues.
21st of September. And then one of my near and dear to my hearts, because I am also on the FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Yes. I'm a board member of that. Also, we're having the Fields of Faith down there Wednesday, September the 25th, and that coincides with the See You at the Pole will happen that morning, and then Fields of Faith will happen that night.
Oh, good deal. I've got I'm involved with Celebrate Recovery on Wednesday nights, and I really want to try to kind of take a day off and come to Fields of Faith this year, because I've had to miss it every year because I'm obligated. But I got to plan ahead to get somebody to cover for me so I can be there, because we've got so many in our county that so many of my kids at school are involved, and I would just love to be a part of that.
And the FCA, they do a tremendous job. It is growing. Mm-hmm. They have their big golf tournament coming up here in, I think it's in May or June. I'm supposed to know that, but
for the FCA.
FCA,
okay.
Yes, we have a golf tournament. Okay. So, and well, look at here. I've just now seen it again. I skipped down to October. In October the 19th, they're having another Pyrex swap meet.
No.
So there you go. Run up to northern Mayfield, Kentucky, and go through.
Okay, so October what now?
October the 19th.
19th.
Yes.
Pyrex. That is hysterical.
Yeah.
Pyrex. Oh, my gosh. And
obviously, as we get later in the year, there'll be less and less things on our calendar because people are, that's a pretty good little ways out.
Yeah.
And there's still, dates available that people will add in stuff. So if you want to check our calendar quite often,
Well, and I had talked to you guys about us doing some kind of like a faith show out there, they have the Blues Festival. I would love for us to do a praise and worship thing.
Yes.
And a lot of people like that idea. Now, I don't see me putting it together this year. Maybe next year once I finish my education program and all those things, because I'm still taking classes until Christmas for my teaching license. So until I kind of get all those things in line, but I think we need to have some kind of a, just like the Blues. And I'm going to say something about the Blues Festival, guys. You got to support this thing. I went last year, wasn't greatly attended, and you just have no idea what you're missing. The music, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Incredible musicians. Just Tommy Marsh alone. But he had his friend from the Croatian Invasion.
Yeah.
The duo on the harmonica, and I can't remember his Tomislav. Yeah. And he, oh man, good stuff. He was fun to talk to. He was just an interesting dude.
Yeah, like I say, when we say Tommy, Tommy's been to Croatia. That's what doing. Playing his music over there.
Yeah.
So
So it's good stuff. And Tommy is an award-winning blues artist. So it's just good stuff, guys. Just good stuff. And so we got the Blues Fest. When was the Blues Fest last year? Do you remember? Tommy, let us know. What was the date last year versus, is this the same time? Because we got super cold last year.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was in October. I feel like it was later because, man, we froze. But this sounds, and you know what? I bet this is the date we had the fair last year.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
And so that's why he's able to do this earlier date.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I think that's going to be good timing, Tommy.
Yeah.
We need to start promoting it now. The Blues Festival coming up.
Yeah.
September 21st, you said?
Yes.
Okay, I think.
Yes.
Awesome. All right.
Yep, September the 21st.
September the 21st. We're talking all things fairgrounds, and we're going to recap, guys. Don't worry. And then we've got, of course, the field. He said, okay, we got Blues Festival the 21st. We got the Fields of Faith the 25th of September, and then October 19th, the big Pyrex swap meet.
Yes.
So.
That
cracks me up.
It is like I say, if there is something happening in Robertson County, all the time. Mm-hmm. The chamber, they do a wonderful job of having events and stuff, and they just got through with the bluegrass on the square, this past weekend. So,
and I know that was wonderful. I was watching grandchildren play sports in Mount Juliet. And so I wish I could just split myself in half and go to all these different places.
I had to drive past there while it was going on because obviously I was in birthday party mode.
Yes.
Wasn't able to stop and enjoy the music and stuff like that because Kristen had me running everywhere getting things ready. So,
you guys have already got a fair catalog up here. You've got sponsor. Okay, you've got to click on here. I'm looking at the fair
yes, they're already working on. Yeah, well, since the fair is so early.
Yeah.
We're working on getting sponsors for the catalog and getting our events together and like I say, it's a the fair just doesn't happen one week and we're done. It's a year round. As soon as this fair is over with, we're already working on next year's fair.
And they've got a page for the farmers market. I was trying to see if they've got it goes from this date to this date on here. Because, I know it's going on right now, but I'm just wondering how far it goes. I feel like it goes through September, but I'm just not really sure on that. But we'll figure it out, guys. Anything else we got there, my friend? We're going to recap, but if we...
Yeah, we'll recap. Well, actually... We just finished up this past weekend. Also, Center Point Baptist Church, they had a revival underneath the main stage down there, the Century stage.
Oh, I bet that was wonderful.
Yep. So
I bet that was a real good
It went
time.
Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights. It was a 3-night revival, and they had different preachers come in, and so.
I love that. Wouldn't that be wonderful to just see some revival spark from here? We kind of traditionally that kind of place, so that's really cool.
Yeah, we're the Bible Belt.
I love it,
and I'm striving to keep it that way.
Me too, my friend. Me too. Let me ask you this. Okay, so we've got farmers market. See, application. I'm looking at. Oh, that's the fairest of the fair. I don't know how I got on that. The fairest of the fair. If you have somebody that wants to compete in one of the competitions, keep that in mind. All of those things coming up. What about our Century Farms? You do that during the fair.
We do that during the fair.
How many Century? And we're talking about farms that have been in the family, working farms for 100 plus years. How many do we have? We've got quite a few, don't we?
Oh yes, there's probably we have a plaque put up down there at the fairgrounds inside the red building, and we had to go to a bigger board because we keep adding farms every year.
That's so cool.
And we're 45, 50
that's
Century Farms.
I love that. Well, and I just hope the farm back home can make it. That's going to be my brother. My brother runs it. Bless his heart. It's harder and harder to farm, y'all.
Yeah,
it's harder and harder. So I think they'll make it though. I think they'll make it to Century, but I think they're probably getting close. I don't know how much
ours is getting real close to a Century Farm ourselves.
But how many generations does it take to get to a Century Farm? About 4, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would say at least 4.
Yeah, I would think 4.
Get there.
Because we're on 3rd generation with my brother, so you got to get one of them boys to come along and keep it going.
Yeah.
One of my nephews, but I'm still trying to find if anybody knows anything about I know we've got Amy Corbin's, she pops on here some. She may know how long the farmer's market goes through till, but, and that's one thing I would love to see our farmer's market even on into the fall because of pumpkins and all of those kinds of things too. But, did we get it all in?
I think we've got just about everything in, fair related.
Right.
And if we want to get back to the codes side of it.
Yeah, go for it.
The most asked question in the codes department is a drip edge required for a shingle roof? And you should answer that question since y'all had y'all's roofing company. But yes, it is.
Yeah. I was gonna say, why would you not?
Yeah, I know.
It's not that expensive,
and
it helps your shingles wear
yes,
better.
That's exactly right.
That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
And but that is it. People will call and say, "Hey, do I have to put a drip edge?" Well, yes, you do.
Why would you not?
I know it's and now it's almost like. It's a given, when a shingle company or a roofing company comes out, it's like, it's not even a question. It's like you know you're going to put it on there, but some of them don't, and you have to catch that and watch that kind of stuff. So
I can't imagine people not doing that. That's one thing. Having been, contractors for so many years and seeing some of the things people do to cut silly corners that don't really amount to anything, but it lessens the life. I mean, putting shingles over the top of shingles after you've had, you have to tear them off. It's better if you do every time, guys. You're going to wear better.
After you've had a leak. You don't have to, You're trapping moisture underneath right there.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And so, for sure. But I know you're trying to save costs and stuff, but I bet you do get some interesting conversations.
We do. That and you would not believe on the health and safety side, because I'm also the I guess the director of health and safety, and it's a fine line between people call and say, hey, we've got this family here, their house is falling down, and everything needs to be up to codes and it needs to be safe to live in. But then there's the fine line of, okay, where are they going to go? If you go remove them from their house, then what are they going to do? Go live under a bridge, go to the homeless shelters or what like that? So that is the hardest part of my job right there.
I bet it is. And are there a lot of things that are kind of grandfathered in that they don't have to necessarily do for
there is,
or do you get a place where it's like it's just got to be fixed?
It's got to, when you get to a point where it's just got to be fixed. Now, out in the county, it's a lot more difficult than it is in the city because, if you're living way out somewhere that nobody ever sees your place, and we don't ride around looking for code violations. When people call us and say, hey, there's a family that's living in unsafe conditions, then we go investigate and stuff like that. But, in the city, you have to keep your yard a certain height and all that kind of stuff. And technically in the county you do also, but I mean, if you've got a farm out there and
you're out in the middle of nowhere, nobody sees it.
So
do you have to, and this is something, I would not live in a house that did not have fire detection. Is that a codes thing now that you have to have fire detection in a new home?
And they all have to be daisy chained, and if you have a garage, yes.
I didn't know that.
So you go in there and you match one fire detection or one smoke detector or carbon monoxide, because if you have any kind of gas appliances or if you've got a garage attached to your house, then they have to be carbon monoxide and smoke detection. And you mash the one button and they go off throughout the whole entire house.
Are they wireless?
Most of them are hardwired in, but they do have wireless ones too that will go off. And it's funny when, used to you could go in there and I could just take my pocket knife out and hit 8-foot ceiling and push the button. But now everybody's going to 9, 10, 11, 12-foot ceilings and vaulted ceilings. So I carry a tape measure with me to make them go off.
To make them go off. Yeah, I was going to say, because that would be difficult. Because you see some of these crazy high ceilings, which I love.
Yeah.
But my dad would be like, "Why would you do that? That's wasted space." You know what I mean?
It's wasted space. Now,
but it's beautiful.
The heat and air guys, they love it when they walk in. Yeah, we're adding an extra couple of tons right here just to compensate for your 10, 12-foot ceilings.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. I find it fascinating what you do with the homes and stuff, and I think it's you will never be able to get completely out of it because you got it in you.
I've got it in me,
and all that. So,
and my daughter Kristen,
of course,
she can take a set of plans and look at it and say, no, this, we can do this, and this, and just move things just to make it flow.
Yeah, that's cool.
She does a great job. So
yeah, that's really cool. I think your family, y'all just must have so much fun and all the different things you have going on.
It's houses is all it is.
But that's cool. That's cool. That's really cool. But how can they get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with us. My wife's cell phone number is 615-335-1266. There again, 615-335-1266, and that is Diana Cobb. And you can get in touch with any one of our realtors, or if you just call Diana, she'll point you in the right direction. She'll point you in the right direction. The home building side is my number, 615-335-1316, 615-335-1316.
Very good. And again, I just can't say enough about how you have been so helpful to me. I had a situation with an electrician that made a mess at my house. Yeah. And I was like, what do we do? And they came, and honestly, it wasn't him. It was the guys who he had working for him. He came out and stood by it. He got it cleaned up and he fixed it. You know, really did a really nice job. Yeah. But at the point I was at, what do I do, Trent? Yeah. And you told me how to handle it, and we handled it, and we got it taken care of. And again, they made it right. Yeah. So I just appreciate that so much, because I was like, I've never in my life seen such a mess. Yeah. But we got, and especially when you're talking about electricity. Yeah. Oh, I don't mess around with that stuff.
Yeah. And in our department too. I mean, we have wonderful people. Yeah. You know, that always, when you walk up to the counter, they've got smiles on their face. The first one you see is Rick. You know, he's going to help you with your permits, any questions. There's Hunter Mantooth is she is our planning, zoning director.
There you go.
Zoning director is Hunter.
Not in our words. It's Monday.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then Pam Groves is our planning. She's the department head.
Okay.
And like I say, and then there's Jordan and Susan and Billy in there. And
good group.
Just a good group. We when you walk in, we're going to find a way or try to help you as much as possible to get what you want and what you need. You know, just explain to us what you're wanting to do, and we'll try to find ways to help you.
Awesome. We're talking with Trent Cobb. He's with the inspector for the codes inspector for Robertson County. That's his really primary job right now. But he's Cobb Hill Homes, all things homes, realty and building, and Fair Board. And so he's been here to really update us on the Fair Board. We're going to recap the calendar real quick here in just a moment, but I need to talk about things going on at Veterans Motorplex. They had planned on starting the racing this past weekend. Everything was set, and Jerry, they had to call it. I'm not sure what happened with that, but they're saying, okay, season opener now. Next weekend, we're going to be racing on Saturday. So come on out, get your ticket. It's a $40 ticket. We'll get in up to 8 people, 6 kids, up to 6 kids and 2 adults for a $40 ticket price. We're at 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. They want to invite you to come out and see what happens on this wonderful quarter-mile, high-banked asphalt bull ring track. It is a lot of fun. If you've not been to the races lately, guys, need to get out there. It is a good time. And again, Jerry's, he's ready as much as everybody else is to get this going. They did a bunch of improvements out on the track, and so they want to make sure everything's just perfect. They've been doing some test runs, but he said they hated to call it this weekend, but they had to push it off to next week. Next week, this Saturday, you are going to have an opportunity to come out to the races. We're in racing season right now, and once we get going, man, we're going to burn it up out at the old Highland Rim Speedway. This is Veterans Motorplex. You can follow them at Highland Rim Speedway to see all that's going on. But come and see us this weekend, Saturday, 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier for a good time. Veterans Motorplex. When you get out there, please be sure and let them know U-Turn sent you. Trent Cobb is here with all things fairgrounds, all things codes for Robertson County and Cobb Hill Homes. So let's recap. Let's see how quick we can run through it again.
Okay.
Run down.
All right. Okay. Well,
we're going to start with Saturday. The Kiwanis Pancake Breakfast is this Saturday.
And
we've got Farmers Market going on.
Got Farmers Market, and the Kiwanis Breakfast starts at 7 a.m.
Okay.
And I remember as a small child, they had the tent set up on the square.
Yeah.
And then it moved to Cheatham Park Elementary inside the cafeteria there. Yeah. And then it went back to the square, and now it's basically outgrown the square.
Yeah.
And so... And if the weather is not going to cooperate, it'll be inside. It'll be inside in the white building. If not, it'll be outside underneath the Century Stage area.
Mm-hmm. And great time.
Great time, great organization.
There. Everybody in town is there. I mean, it's a great time to just say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah,
it's just that kind of thing.
That's exactly right. We got the My Father's House car show the following weekend,
May 11th.
May 11th, and then we've got the Live the Greenway 5K, which is
May 25th.
25th, yep. And then we go into June. We got the barbecue cook-off, the 7th and 8th, Friday and Saturday night. Then you have, I don't know what the Summer Fun Stop
on June 21st.
I'm going to have to find out what that is. And then you got Jeeping and Jamming on June the 22nd. And then you got Freedom Fest on July the 3rd. And that is free to get in, by the way. You just come on down, and then they'll have the big fireworks show at the end of the night. Everything's free.
Yep.
Except for what food you might want to eat.
Yeah, you got to pay for your food.
Got to pay for your food.
That's rides are free at Freedom Fest, guys.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you just show up.
Everything's free except for your food and drink.
Yep. Yeah. And then the rodeo is the 26th and 27th of July.
Okay.
And then we move into August, and then the fair is really early this year, the 6th through the 10th. And then you have your Recovery Fest on the 24th. And then the Blues Fest on September the 21st. And Fields of Faith is September the 25th. And then my favorite that I really, really, really want to go to is the Pyrex Swap Meet. Just because it's...
I do too now. I really do. I got to go check it out on the 19th of October.
That 19th of October.
Yeah, so there you go.
And that pretty much fills in right now. There is obviously be other events added as the year, as we get further into the year.
Well, and Tommy was telling me October 19th when we had the Blues Fest last year.
Yeah.
And so being able to move it up to September, we're going to have cooler temperatures. But the Pyrex thing will be inside. I'm getting inside the building.
Yes.
Yeah. So, because it was a little chilly last year on October 19th. That's about got it for us. I appreciate it, Trent. Thank you for coming in.
Anytime.
Oh, awesome. Oh, and we have got Sean Elmore coming in tomorrow. So, open door.
Me and Sean go way back. We're big buddies.
Yeah,
so.
We've been trying. That's another one. That's another one's been on my hot list to get in here like Trent. So we're just going to catch up with everybody this week. So we got Sean coming in tomorrow talking all things open door. And one of the things that they're going to have, we've got the Friday night markets that they have. Well, they're going to have the bus come out for open door at First Fridays.
Yes.
And so I think that's really cool. So she's going to be talking to us about that.
That is another major need and near and dear to my heart. So
there's so many good things. There's so many good things happening here in Robertson County. You don't think so? You're just not paying attention. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless. Have a great day.